Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of the new updates I did on my 2023 Tri-Glide. Well, one thing I changed here was the clutch cable. The adjustment now is up here. The original adjustment on the old clutch cable was down here on the bottom, and it had this plastic cover on it. Everything was made of plastic. You could even see a little melted part on there where it actually hit the exhaust and melted. That also happened to my brake line, which I had to correct. Let me go around to the other side of the bike and I'll show you down there. Okay, this is the new cover. The old piece came out. This is all aluminum, not plastic. You can see I have a nice gap there. I moved the brake line to the other side of that, and I also put a heavier line than what the factory did because that was almost melted right through. Another thing I did, which I don't know if you could really see it in here, but the intake manifold on the stock engine is made of plastic. I replaced it with aluminum. I also replaced the injector manifold with an aluminum manifold instead of that cheap plastic stuff that Harley's using these days. All right, let's see what else. Go back around this side again. I don't know if you can really see it in there, but that's actually aluminum under there instead of the plastic. Now, next thing I did is, as you can see, there's no oil filter here. I replaced the oil filter. I used this nice nylon cover to cover the two lines. I come down under the engine. I go underneath the frame and come out over here. And now I got my oil filter back here with my washable oil filter. Now, the hose I used is a nice heavy, it's a braided steel hose with a nylon cover. So it's nice abrasion resistant. I also put this nylon cover covering both of the lines together. So as you can see, they're both actually together. And also the clamps, I use fuel injector clamps, not those cheap worm gears. So that should hold up pretty good and nice and tight. Now, one other thing I did is I put these spark plugs in. And these are the iridium plugs. I took out the Harley plugs. I have 13,000 miles on the bike approximately. So I figured it wouldn't be bad to change the plugs. So I stuck these in there. Now to get those plugs out of the right side of the motor, it's really tough. I found that if you use one of these, which you probably have in your kitchen, I was able to pull those boots right off without any problem at all. So, it's coming along the bike. I keep on adding something. My neighbor keeps on asking me, what's the next item I'm adding? But I try to do the videos if I can. And, I still got all these extras I added. The floorboards are brought out a little. And I think since my last video, too, I also added these nice little driving lights. They work as fog lights, driving lights. They came out of China, but most Harley stuff comes out of China anyway. So, but they worked very well. They were a little over $100, so it wasn't too bad price-wise. Oh well, thanks for viewing.